Folks, one of the things we do on this channel is bring in experts. I call my guest here, Jason Pritchard, the best investor in Fresno because he just is. But also he's in the market all the time, doing deals all the time. So we get to hear firsthand exactly what is going on. If you remember the story of Jason in late November and December, it was slow. There was concern. January, he took a couple of losses on deals that just missed the pivot. So what's going on? The market has to be crashing, Jason, because the crash bros tell me it's crashing. So is Fresno falling off a cliff here April 2nd?
It's actually interesting, Zuber. I've been experiencing the exact opposite of what I would consider
Oh,
a crash.
no, come on.
Yeah, no, it's been a pleasant surprise for us. I think, we've anticipated and seen over the last, I'd say 30 to 60 days, a pickup in activity, a pickup in showings. I know you said it, and I want to unpack that for the people that are listening so they can understand kind of how things have played out. I mean, going into Thanksgiving, prior to that, I had about a dozen properties that were listed on the market, and almost every single one of those properties sat through mid to late January, like nothing. Yep. Crickets. Nothing. It was absolute crickets. Yeah. Crickets. So it was we had plenty of stuff to be grateful for Christmas, but the real estate business and the flipping activity wasn't one of them. Yeah, that's for sure, man. So it was a difficult time, and it was a time where we had to lean into our mindset, lean into the things that we've been saying, and just realizing and understanding that, the show's got to go on, and we've got to do our best to kind of work through our inventory that we have now and figure out how to pivot for the next round of stuff that we're going to buy. And then in February, we saw the rates dip back down below, they kind of peaked into the fives, and almost everything that we had within 2 weeks, we got offers accepted on them. And so that stuff started to move. Simultaneously, what we saw with the sellers that we've been working with for the last 6 to 9 months, we've noticed their expectations were kind of reset because they realized that 2021, that train had kind of left the station and it's not coming back. Those prices were not going to come back, right? And so we were finally starting to and we were seeing comps and data that supported the asking prices that we were getting. And so we were going and showing those sellers like, hey, this price that you want, it's not going to work. We're going to have to be down here. You've seen what's been going on with the market. So I felt like it was this perfect storm of just enough time of, pain in the market and things just sitting and not getting the offers that we wanted. Plus the rates started to drop a little bit. And so our inventory that was sitting got picked up. And, now we're in a much better spot. We listed a couple projects over the last few weeks, and it's not the frenzy that it was like post-COVID, but we've got multiple offers. We're over asking again. And so it's definitely been an increase.
I want to poke at that last point. Cause you listed a properties, I think it was on Wednesday.
Yep. And
by the weekend you had multiple offers over asking, and you have an accepted offer at this point.
Yep.
So, I want to go back and really remind people what we talked about, because I think it's the focus that's winning, and I don't want people to miss it. One of the things that we talked about November, December is you getting more focused on your buy box, to use my words, right? You cut out far away, you cut out price points. So Jason started fishing, again, my words, not yours, below the median, trying to exit at ARVs that were rough and tough below the median minus, and FHA buyer stuff. Is that fair assessment?
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. I think, we're always pivoting and adapting. And that's one thing that I pride myself on, is not getting stuck and married to doing things one way, and realizing that the market changed, and it changed very quickly. You know what I mean? I think we were all kind of anticipating something, but, it makes it more difficult. And this was the biggest challenge for me, Zuber, is knowing and understanding, like, okay, talking to guys like you that have been there and done that, helping to kind of formulate what the game plan for me is going to be moving forward. But you're also dealing with everything that we're pivoting from. We were still like neck deep and working through some of all of these issues. So like you said, like we're moving away from higher end projects. We're moving away from stuff that's further out, right? We still had a bunch of that stuff on our books. So it's like, it's trying to not fool yourself to think that, hey, we don't have these problems, but realizing, like, what do we need to do to just reconcile this and move these off while we're pivoting and shifting? And that's a fine line that you have to balance, because it can get scary sometimes, guys. You know what I mean? And it's not, when you're looking at, we talked a couple weeks ago about me taking a $60,000 loss on a couple different projects. That's, no matter
That's
how you
not fun.
slice it and how much mindset work you put in, that's never fun. That's never a fun thing to do. And it's, you have to go and instill confidence in your team. I have to go instill confidence in my wife, Jennifer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's looking to me, right? Like, wow, $60,000. That's, what I used to make in a year at some point in my life now, and losing that on 2 deals, it wasn't an easy pill to swallow. So
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things we do on this channel is we live out loud. One of the things that I love, and I need to poke you a little bit, is I need more of your walkthrough videos. You have so
yes,
many projects going on. You do the numbers. The audience love them. I love them. So again, we need to get a better discipline of getting those done, please.
absolutely.
But one of the things that I did on this channel, and people can go back, I call it having receipts, is right around Thanksgiving, I read an article from Yahoo Finance. It said that 87% of buyers think it's a bad time to buy. Along that time, the Crash Bros were getting ultra negative. And I just created a video, and I actually brought up the Yahoo Finance article. I'm like, this is nonsense. This is what I've been waiting for. 87% of the people are gone. That means I'm competing with 13. I'm going shopping. And I had no idea what was coming. But to net it out, I bought one property off the MLS, 30% under. 3 weeks later, I bought another one on the MLS, 30%. So I am buying into the teeth of winter, where you said earlier crickets were happening.
Yep.
I've been doing this a long time. I'm buying into the teeth of that. So again, both on the MLS, no direct mail, no diving for dollars, no wholesalers, just on the MLS, like one rental at a time always does. So the first one we get in and out of in less than 90 days. I think it was 87 days, went
That's great.
conventional.
Yeah.
And the other one just closed Friday. So it was 110 days. Closed.
That's still really good.
Yeah. 110. So it's always possible. You just got to do the work. You got to believe in yourself. There's always deals out there. Now, it's easier when you have a team and you have marketing dollars and all of that. I get it. That's why Jason has a business. That's why he comes here every week. I just got pissed off. So, net, we, made 90 grand, not quite the 100 grand I thought we would make, but, we made $90,000 because I got irritated.
I think it's important too, guys. Like I've been doing this a long time, and we do have a team, and we do invest a lot into getting, a consistent deal flow. But I think the thing to remember is that the biggest piece of the puzzle, which is usually finding a good deal, that's what's been probably the most challenging component of finding success in real estate over the last 5 years, just because there's been so many people that have just flooded this space. That's actually going to start to get easier here sooner. And
exactly.
So
yes,
that's what you guys need to remember. And if you're watching these videos, it's important to pay attention to people like us that are actually operating in the space on a day-to-day basis, right? And not just perpetuating this narrative that things are falling apart, because all I can speak to is what's happening in my market, which is Fresno and Central California, but it is not falling apart for people that can find good deals. Like we had our best month of 2023 this last March, and that was the month that we took that hit. So think about that. We took a $60,000 hit, but we sold 7 or 8 other deals that not just offset that, but brought in over 6 figures in revenue for this month. And April is going to be an even bigger month for us. So yeah, I think, I think the thing that has been the biggest challenge for most people, I think, is going to become easier, especially over the next year. And that's finding an opportunity where the numbers actually make sense.
Yeah. I mean, what have people really been asking for? They want the market to slow down.
Yeah.
They want less competition.
Yes.
Recessions are the great equalizer. It will blow out the idiots, the gamblers, the speculators, the people with no money that just got lucky with timing. It will scare people into retreating. And how could I buy 2 deals on the MLS for 30% less in November, December? It's because all the buyers disappeared.
That's right.
I love that market. It's okay. It's fine. So again, do the work, look at your buy.
And it's not, honestly, Zuber, like that. This is something that, like, those deals off MLS, there's a time investment into doing that. There's probably relationship capital that goes into that. But the net to you is higher than a deal that I do and make $30,000 or $40,000, because I don't have the $3,000 to $5,000 per deal on the marketing costs to get that deal, guys. Right. And so that's going to, I think MLS is going to be an equalizer for a lot of the newer people that are on there that are willing to actually like you say, do the work, go in, hustle, call, follow up with those agents, build
Exactly.
that relationship, really do those things. And I know we have some calls coming up on how to interact with agents and really,
Yeah.
establish these relationships, which I'm excited to do too, because that's where the opportunity is going to be, guys. I don't think it's going to be, there's always going to be stuff with direct to seller marketing, but that's really where the people that I'm around, they're looking for that agent attraction and attracting those deals from agents on MLS and making those relationships. And we're huge on that. So this is something that's going to be good, I think.
Yeah, one word you used in passing that I want to double down on because it was such a big part of my 2010 and 11 success, and that was the word follow up. I can't tell you how many times I am the second highest, sometimes even the third highest offer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like bidding wars. I don't generally get into them. But you know what? I was religious at following up. I would call somebody. I basically set out 2 hours every Friday to follow up with everything that I lost out on.
Yep.
Now, most of those phone calls went nowhere, but some of them, they said, you know what, Michael, this is the third time you've called me. The buyer's getting shaky. I'm going to send you a backup offer with with your old terms, and I'm not putting it back on the MLS. Awesome. Thank you so much.
That's right. I think so. For me, I want to piggyback off of that because I think what agents or sellers or both are looking for when they're selling to an investor, it's certainty. They want certainty that the person on the other end of the deal is going to close, right? And even if you're competing against somebody that submits a higher offer, I see this all the time. It's we get an offer that stands out because of price, but the buyer or the buyer's agent or both of them are impossible to get a hold of. Like we ask them questions, they never follow up, and it doesn't instill any confidence or certainty in their ability to close on the deal, guys. So it's never just price. Okay. And you have to make sure that you're doing, I think that's where kind of our backgrounds from sales and corporate America kind of really helped us because we understand that it's never always going to be just who's the highest and best price. Sometimes there's other terms that are going to be involved. And if you can instill confidence and certainty into that buyer's agent that you're going to perform, even if the net to their client is a little bit less, a lot of times nobody wants to get into a deal and have it fall apart the last minute because nobody's, doing what they're supposed to do. So
yeah, the
that
seller
follow-up
has
piece is
already
very important.
the seller already cashed the check. The agent may have already cashed the check.
Yeah,
To find that stuff, falling out last minute, just follow up.
that's right.
And again, in the market that's coming, there will be a lot of people who write offers higher than mine that can't close. Their lender backed out. The private money didn't come through. Just all these people are going to get scared in a recession. And the folks that do the work, have the team, have the knowledge, are going to win. I don't wear this hat for nothing. Do the work it's what it is about. So, Jason, where can people follow you? Because you're doing amazing stuff on Instagram, and tell them about your website too. I think it's amazing.
Yeah. The easiest place to follow me, guys, just for all the day-to-day stuff is on social media, either Instagram or Facebook. It's just my first and last name, Jason Pritchard. If you want to connect and get more involved in the cool things that we're doing, take advantage of some of the resources that my team and I have, you can go to my website. It's jasonpritchard.com. All the resources there are completely free. I mean, we really give out, literally all the things that we're using every single day to day, our scripts, our purchase agreements, our assignment agreements, the checklist that we use with our contractor, the way that we analyze deals, that's all there for you. We've got a little toolkit for people that are trying to break into the business. So yeah, feel free to connect with me there. Love to be a resource for your channel and your community if I can.
Folks, if you haven't gone to jasonpritchard.com and gotten that free stuff, I can't believe he gives that stuff away for free. That is stuff people pay thousands of dollars for. So do yourself a favor, go get it today. When you're there, stop by, say hi, say you came from One Rental at a Time, just so he knows our Sunday conversations are helping people. That's always nice to do. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks.